This is crazy. I might have found where Muhammad got Ezra being the son of Allah from. So I was reading through Surah 48, and I noticed that in Surah 48, 26, ayah 26, there has Allah sent down His Shekinah upon His messenger and upon His believers, and imposed on them the word of self-restraint, for they were worthy of it and suited for it, and Allah is aware of all things. Well, that exact phrase, they were worthy of it, they were suited for it, comes from the Talmud. And I was thinking, well, yeah, that comes from like Sanhedrin, it comes from Soda. In Sanhedrin 11a, paragraph 7, it has, the sages taught that after the last of the prophets, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi died, the divine spirit of prophetic revelation departed from the Jewish people, but nevertheless they were still utilizing a divine voice which they heard as a kind of echo of prophecy. One time a group of sages were reclining in the loft of the house of Guriah in Jericho, and a divine voice was bestowed upon them from heaven, saying, there is one here who is fit for the divine presence to rest upon him, as it rested upon Moses our teacher, but his generation is not deserving of this distinction. The sages set their eyes upon Hillel, the elder, trusting that he would be the one indicated by the divine voice. And when he died, the sages said about him, alas, the pious man, alas, the humble man, a disciple of Ezra. So Ezra here, and this also happens in the Tosivta, and also in Soda 48b, we have this idea of the divine voice, the spirit of prophecy, resting on the different generations, but their generations were not worthy of it, they were not suited for it, so it moved past them. And there's this idea that at the end times, in the last days, the spirit of prophecy will return to the Jewish people, that they will again have the spirit of prophecy. Well, this is an interesting thing because the Shekinah is part of the divine presence. It's literally what that means. So in the Quran, the fact that it says Shekinah and the fact that it says that they were worthy of it and suited for it, it just mirrors the Talmud. But interestingly, we get that Ezra is the master, the lord of Hillel the elder, who is also partially responsible for the Talmudic tradition. So the idea, and Surah 48 and Surah 9 were given at the same time period. So I'm wondering, did he misconstrue this to be the Jews worshiping Ezra? The rest of it is all obviously Talmudic, but is this where Muhammad got it from? Let me know in the comments.